Team Fortress 2 has been in desperate need of an update for nearly 7 years now, and especially recently with the game being infested with hacker bots that all play sniper and run around instantly headshotting every 13-year-old on Harvest. And while there have been a couple of things done about this, most recently a big wave of bots being banned from the game, the developers have remained pretty much dead silent about this game for far too long, and people are tired of it. They still occasionally update the game to fix bugs and add new ways to waste your money, but there have been near zero actual gameplay changes made for longer than I can even remember. I love TF2, it's one of my favourite games of all time and means a lot to me, so of course I would love for it to get a big new update with new items, gameplay changes, features or anything, but let's be honest, I don't think that's ever going to happen, and I'm not really upset with that. Just hear me out, okay? Team Fortress 2 came out in 2007. That is, as of this video's recording, nearly 17 years old. Now, the fact that this game has stayed even somewhat relevant for that long is a testament to its absolute genius game design and its countless ways to play, but a lot of people seem to disregard the fact that this game is old. Like, very old, especially for an online video game. This game came out the same year as the iPhone 1. It's unbelievable how well this game holds up both graphically and gameplay wise, and it shows how much work the developers have done on it over the years. And while, yeah, that's slowed down now, if you were working on the same thing for 17 years straight, don't you think you too would be kind of sick of it? Imagine how you'd feel if you were constantly being told you needed to keep working on a project you started during the Bush administration. Yeah, you could say that they could just hire new developers to work on it, and yeah, I guess that would be some sort of solution, but I straight up think Valve just don't want to. I'm sure this game still makes them a decent amount of money, but does that even matter? Doesn't it make more sense to use the money made from something old and investing it in something new rather than just applying a new coat of paint to the same old thing for eternity? Like, I'm a huge TF2 fan, but even I can see that focusing on updating it now just doesn't really make sense. The hard truth that both I and others have had to digest is that Valve just don't care about TF2 anymore. And while that is hard to hear, I don't think that it's inherently a bad thing. I don't think this game really needs anything adding to it. And I think a lot of the burnout that people have been experiencing from this game is just due to the fact that they're not playing anything else. Like, if you're spending every single day not capturing the intelligence on 2 Fort, I feel like you're gonna get sick of it. What is really frustrating is Valve basically refusing to talk about the game, which I feel like is something that benefits literally nobody. Just letting the players know what is actually going on behind the scenes feels like a no-brainer. I do not for the life of me understand why that isn't something they're doing, even if they literally say, hey, we're done. Because at least then, people would know that. They'd know what to expect and wouldn't be left in this limbo that leads to all the frustration and negativity. Like, please, Valve, I know your communication skills are that of a person that can't speak, but like, I wrote this tweet in 10 seconds. Like, just press the send button. You can steal it. You can have it. Just like, give me money. My point is, even if it never gets another update again, you can still play TF2. They're not shutting down the servers or anything, and yet a lot of the time people act like they are. I can absolutely understand wanting a new update because, you know, it would be cool, but I don't think it's fair to be angry that they're not either. While this game wouldn't be what it is today without the good parts of the community, the other half act like Valve owes it to them to continue supporting this game. And that right there brings me on to the next section of this video titled, The TF2 Community Pisses Me Off. Okay, obviously not everybody in the TF2 community pisses me off. It's filled with some of the most creative and funny people on the internet. But unfortunately, it's also filled with the opposite. You will find some of the most entitled, unfriendly, unfunny, bigoted, and all-around shitty people in this video game. If I had a penny for every time I ran into an arsehole in this game, I'd have a zillion pennies. Yep, I did the maths. Something about this game, whether it's because it's free or because it's old or something else, attracts the greasiest of people within the foul species known as the PC gamer. A disturbing creature that is permanently stuck in 2012, both with its humour and morals. You got any form of personal information on your account that says you're anything more than the default male me? Then you bet the Mr. Scout over here will be making it their goal to be a dick. Oh, what is that smell? Oh, what?
People these days wouldn't last a second in a Call of Duty lobby. Oh, shut up.
I don't think it's a particularly controversial opinion that people like to play games to have fun. So imagine how many new players have started playing TF2 and have had to stop due to them being harassed for no reason.
Now, I know it must be so hard for these toxic players to understand what it's like on the other end of their toxicity, so just picture this, okay? Meet Ben. Now, Ben's going outside, and he just can't wait to do some walking. He steps outside, and uh-oh, here comes Jake. And he says to Ben, "I hate you. People like you are what's ruining going outside." And he beats him to a bloody pulp. Now, did that seem very nice to you? No. Great work. That's all for today's lesson. That will be $2,000. Do you get it yet?
This game is infested with these types of players, whether it's casual servers, community servers, or even man versus machine. And if that wasn't bad enough, you can't even escape it outside the game. You'll run into these people on YouTube, on Reddit, I'm not calling it that. So it's no wonder that a lot of people have a bad image of this game when this constant negativity is a large amount of what you see come from it. And it really upsets me because this is one of the best video games ever made, and yet people don't seem to appreciate it for what it is and instead spend their time begging Valve to change it or bullying random players on it. It's as if they want TF2 to do badly. It's as if they want TF2 all to themselves. It's as if they think that they made the game and they get to choose what happens with it. You didn't make the game, unless a developer is watching this video, in which case you did make the game, sorry. Think about how much easier it would be if everyone just stopped, left the toxic bubble they're in, and looked at the game from a new perspective. Team Fortress 2 is a PC shooter game that has remained relevant for what will soon be 2 decades. Do you have any idea how insane that is? Shooter games die off faster than flies. Do you think it survived that long through people whining about the game and being edgy? No, it's remained popular through the insanely creative people within the community. The people that actually appreciate the game for what it is. Whether it's the gameplay, or the characters, or the art style, or anything, there are so many talented people that love this game. It's a miracle that this game exists, and that people are still creating new things from it so many years later. So just appreciate it for what it is. Play the game. Don't worry about who you're playing with, or what's going to happen to the game. Just play it. It's really fun. In conclusion, Team Fortress 2 is a great video game that many players take for granted and damage its legacy through negativity. And that's unfortunately why, currently, I don't think TF2 players deserve updates.
Let me know if you agree with the points that I made in this video. I am more than happy to be told that I'm wrong, just, you know, do it nicely. And I just uploaded another TF2 video on my second channel, so please check that out. I promise it's funny. Like and subscribe, and what if my next video was more controversial?